Hayatte, thanks for the sub. Thank you. I once again have a bowl of fruit with me.
Don't you remember your adventure plans, my lady? Welcome! I hope you'll have a wonderful day.
But like the thing is, I really want to play The Sims because the new pack came out. I really want to play with it. But I still haven't gotten the new SSD, and I'm supposed to get it next week. So I don't feel like I don't think I should download more new shit onto my things, because I need to back them up to cloud so that we can get my old SSD out. Because turns out my computer doesn't have an extra spot for an SSD, so we have to remove my old one and put the new one in. Of course, it's worth it because my current one that came with the computer is like 250 gigas or something, and the new one is 2 teras. So it's definitely worth it, but it's just such a hassle to do it. But it is what it is, has to be done. So then when I get the SSD, then I can put Sims there, I can put Overwatch there, I can put Genshin there, so I don't have to look at the long loading screens anymore. And we're used to the Genshin loading screens. This is fine, and I wanted to stream something, so I'm gonna stream a little bit of Genshin again. But when I get the new SSD, then because I feel like Sims loading screens are even worse. I mean, I don't know if they're worse, but I'm not used to them. I'm used to the Genshin ones because I play this shit daily. God knows how many hours I spent on the fucking loading screens at this point. And also because the new pack has more loading screens because it has the apartment. So yeah. I feel like it's just better to wait. Of course, especially because it's gonna be next week. So yeah. I have an excuse to play some more Genshin while we wait. And today I've decided to play more story quests. But no, we're not gonna play Linnies or Furinas. No. I think I'm gonna save Furinas for when she gets Act 2. She's probably gonna get it, even though I wish it would be Nuvillet, because, I want more of him. Still probably gonna be Furina, because, she's the Arcana, in quotes. So, yeah. And, I did the same thing with, I've done the same thing earlier with, what's the Dendro Arcana's name? Why am I forgetting? Nahida, yeah. I did the same thing with Nahida. So I feel like that's just gonna be better. And, I don't really care about playing it now. But I've, thanks to the photography event we had a while ago, I realized that I really miss Sumeru. I spent a lot of time just, running around there because I need to get, photos. And I was like, I really fucking miss Sumeru. Because it's I've just been in Fontaine and a little bit of Liu and Mondstadt and stuff, I haven't had any reason to go to Sumeru for a while. I mean, now I'm doing daily quests there, but, before that, I had no reason to go to Sumeru, so I haven't really spent a lot of time there, and I just realized that I miss Sumeru, and I still somehow haven't done these, so that's what we're gonna do. And we're gonna do accept quest. Oh, you can unlock them nowadays, but you don't have to accept. That's so cool. Yeah, we're gonna do Tainaris first because he was there first, and
I
then
see
we're
the
also
value in my own work, but I also see the meaning in all the endeavors of the people of Fontaine. I believe I will continue to take pride in fulfilling my duties.
gonna let him speak. Yeah, we're gonna do Tainaris first. Now, I don't remember how good the Sumeru quests were, like the story quests. Because on the last, like, I just did Nuvi's and Risley's story quests, and those were fucking amazing. So I don't really know what expectations I should have, because I don't think they're gonna be as good, you know. I don't, we shall see.
Traveler, you've.
Wait, this sounds like another commission.
I'm also very fucking sad because I still don't have Tainari. I should have just pulled.
It is as you say. The commission this time around is of high importance. It pertains to the safety of the Avidia Forest's inhabitants.
Some, like, I was talking about Genshin on Gozo and somebody asked, oh, do you got Zhongli? And we are like, of course I have Zhongli. He never leaves. He never leaves.
Huh? What happened?
Not long ago, we received word that a section of the Avidia Forest seems to have become contaminated.
Contaminated? You mean a new withering zone?
I don't know about the specifics.
Please be a
but I hear
withering
that
zone because the
strange
combat
things are
music is
happening
so
to
good.
people who cross through that region. The Avidia Forest inhabitants won't leave their homes so easily. If we allow this contaminated region to expand, the consequences could be unimaginable. That's why I want to ask you to investigate the situation. Even if all you can do is stop the contamination from spreading, that will still save many people.
This is forest business. Maybe Tainari will know something. Let's go find him.
But yeah, my current team is very unsumeru, but I just really want to play with Nuvillet and Risley still. Like, I'm still obsessed. And also I got a new shiny sword for Ayato, so gets to try that out. I wonder if like swapping the like SSD and stuff will make my computer's performance
Where
better.
you been, Tainari? That's...
Shh. Keep your voice down.
Tainari, everything's spinning. Am I going to die? Tell Mom that I should have listened to her. And tell Suna that I'm sorry for breaking her toy. I didn't tell her
Oh, the
because I was
dramatics.
scared that she wouldn't play with me anymore. Tainari, I heard that people turn into birds after they die. Is that true? I feel like I'm getting lighter.
What happened? Tainari, is he?
Okay, enough nonsense. You just have a small fever. Take your medication and rest. You'll be bouncing off the walls in no time.
Just a small fever? All of those dramatics for a small fever?
Really? Then can you keep the thing about the toy a secret for...
No can do. You're a big kid now. Once you've recovered, go and apologize. Keeping secrets to yourself won't solve anything.
I'm still annoyed because like why doesn't my ponytail move? Like it should move a lot more. And like even the thing on my hairpin moves and my earrings move somewhat. Like the hair just don't move and I want it to move. I need to figure that out.
Oh.
I also need to remember to save this VOD. Like it doesn't move, it ain't moving. Like yeah, I need to remember to save this VOD for the näyttö. Because there's the thing about like live streaming or something. I don't remember the specifics, but there's something with it. So I need to save this. Yeah, for the näyttö. I mean, I don't fucking know what's it in English. Yeah. I don't really know how to show them that I'm, live stream, Do I just link them my, Twitch page with a live stream or something? I'm not really sure how to do that. Like, maybe I should, like, ask my teacher about it or something. But yeah, how fucking cringe. I'm just like, yeah, I'll just send my... About that one, yeah, um, but yeah, how fucking cringe. I'll just send my teachers my Twitch address. Like, yeah, they'll go look at me being a VTuber. Yeah, I'm playing Genshin. My bestie sent me a message. Apparently there's a secret door on the, like, Gozu advent calendar thing. The fuck can I find? Like, I don't know if they're just, bullshitting me. I need to look at this. No, but, like, are they, like, lying or something? The chat, is this real? No, but, like, because two people are, like, talking about it and stuff. And a volunteer also said shh. So it's like, it seems real, but I feel like they're capping. Yeah, I feel like they're capping. Oh well.
Hey, let me ask you something. I recall that you're usually pretty healthy. How did you get this sick all of a sudden?
I don't know either. Mom's been telling me not to play in the. It's different from before. I got lost. After I got out, I started feeling dizzy.
Could it be?
So that's how this whole mess happened. Traveler, Paimon, let's step out for now.
But yeah, I'm so excited about the Sims pack. And, like, I could download it now, but I shouldn't download it now. I need to empty my discs, not fill them even more.
I gave him some antipyretics. Let him rest here for a while. I told him that he would feel better after. His symptoms resemble a fever, but something else is causing.
What do we do? Mr. Forest Watcher, you have to help him.
If memory serves, a plant called Vasanti grass can help soothe the mind. A small number grow in arid deserts. They usually look like... They're expensive and unable to grow in the... I'll ask the caravans. Go find...
All right.
Contaminated region. Is that why you two are also here?
Yep. Is it a new withering zone?
Or like, wasn't there like a leaked character of this mummy girl? Like, what happened to her? Like, are we going to get her or something? Like, I don't understand how we don't have a Geo, like, desert character. Just desert. And like, it would be so cool for them to have the special sprint, even though I fucking hate the sprint.
Seem like one. Whether you look at scale, the only thing they have in common is that they aren't welcome. This nuisance made itself home in the Avidia forest, so I can't turn a blind eye.
We feel the same way.
All right, let's contact the caravans first and purchase some Vasanti grass. We can also ask about the contaminated region. There's no time to waste.
I feel like I should just stream some Overwatch, but I don't know if my PC like that.
Excuse me, I'd like to purchase some Vasanti grass. Do you have any?
I'm sorry, Mr. Forest Watcher, but we've been closed for the past few days.
Can't we just go get some?
Closed? Now that's odd.
It's a long story. Some of our goods were stolen recently. They were mechanical parts that we got from the academia. Although they're old models, they still fetch a good price on them. Our caravans had to pull together Mora to afford those parts. Now that all the merchants talked it over, and we decided to raise the prices of our remaining inventory. Until the...
I don't get it. If these goods are so important, raising prices won't solve anything. At best, you're shoving the consequences of the
You
robbery
tell him,
onto the
Tainari.
customer.
Mr. Forest Watcher, it's not that we don't want to. It's just the thief disappeared into the deepest parts of the forest. We asked around, and apparently the forest has been very unusual as of late. Anyone who goes in experiences mental anomalies. We can't keep waiting out here for the thief to come out. All we could do is come up with enough.
So the bandit hid. How many people were there in total? Were they not affected by the contaminated region?
That crook came from the contaminated region. As for how many,
I
there
still
weren't
need to
any
draw a new
people.
profile picture for Lucy.
No people?
Even if I tell you, you might not believe me.
Mechanical crab.
What the heck? The Avidia forest
Also, I
has
need to play
creatures like that?
Stray. I know that, like I was watching the Game Awards yesterday, and like that reminded me that, yeah, I should play Stray. It's been a while.
To be honest, I'd rather not think about it.
Like my friend played it and he said that it's like a good 3-hour-ish game. So I feel like it's something I could just play on stream.
Came out of nowhere. Before we could react, we were all shocked.
But nobody
By the
responded when
time
I
we came
asked,
to our
like,
senses, the thief
like-
was already long gone.
does the game need a good computer or
I see.
something?
If
Hopefully
to
not.
help you retrieve your stolen goods, then
Oh, but of course! Not only that, but you'll become one of our
enough. Tell me something that...
Maybe one. After our goods were stolen. If you're interested, you can go and talk to them.
All right, we'll go and have a...
I really miss Sumeru.
After the goods were stolen, I made multiple inquiries with nearby caravans and residents. It turns out that many others have also been robbed by that crooked crab. However, the crab only seems to be interested in machinery. It doesn't even bat an eye at other A caravan carrying a large amount of Mora had an uneventful trip, but another caravan had a child whose metal toy was taken. Whatever the case, that thing is a scourge.
I mean,
We'll
if it's a
eventually think of a way
mechanical
to get
crab,
rid
maybe
of
they're
it.
just trying to get parts. We go fight them.
That mechanical crab is fast, strong, and a pain to deal with. 10 of us might not even be able to take that thing head on. Didn't the academia ban research on mechanical life forms years ago? Where did that thing come from? Our salaries even got slashed because of it. Ugh.
I heard from the caravanners that there have been a lot of robberies lately, but we haven't been affected. We don't normally see the mechanical crab, and it doesn't disturb. It only shows up when the caravans are here, and it runs back to the contaminated region after it's done making a mess.
You haven't tried capturing it?
We have, but it's too agile and fast. However, we did unexpectedly learn something the last time we tried to capture it. It apparently lives in the deepest part of the forest, so instead of immediately moving its spoils, it first hides them nearby. Once its stash grows large enough, it moves everything in one go. You'll have to move
Oh,
fast
to be a
if you want those
mechanical
goods back.
crab stealing shit.
How are things? Did you make any progress?
We learned of its behaviors, but much still remains unclear. Assuming normal operational status, mechanical constructs generally act according. If I were its owner, I'd command it to steal more valuable, but it only goes after mechanical components.
Right. It's really weird.
So, you all found a way to retrieve our goods?
But like, I swear to God, the moment I get the new SSD, which will hopefully be like it has to be next week because my friend said that she'll be busy after next week. So it has to be next week. I will stream Sims like right after I've gotten my whole PC set up again because like my fucking God, I want to play the new back.
Do you have any more mechanical parts with you?
Who the fuck pinged? Somebody on Twitter said, yeah, I'll call Cyberpunk an ongoing game if it means it prevents Genshin players from getting 20 Primo Gems and half a pack of gum. Like, we're getting 800. Like, 800 Primos, that's a lot.
Yes, I still have a small bag of samples. They weren't taken since I keep. Oh, are you planning to?
Under constant external conditions,
Well, like, I
organisms
really want to
rarely
design my
initiate
own
changes in
Genshin
their habits.
characters. Like, Genshin has such a, big world with, like, all of these different things, so it's so hard to, decide what I want to do. Because, like, on one hand, I want Liwe character, because I fucking love Liwe. Then I also want an Inazuman character, but I also want a Sumeru character, because I just really like Sumeru. But now with Fontaine being very new and cool, and, I also want a Fontainian character. But the problem with the Fontainian character is that it would be super hard to not make them look like Navia, because I love Navia's design so much, she's so pretty.
Here's what we know so far. It has a mechanical composition, it lives in the contaminated region, and it comes out to steal mechanical components. If we have said components, we can lure it out, capture it, and then make observations for further conclusions. Well, chatting like this won't get us anywhere.
You're right. We don't have any other options right now. This bag of samples is all yours, Mr. Forest Watcher. If you can get our goods back.
We don't need anything in return, but I'll be keeping this bag. I may have other
Yeah,
uses for it
I
later.
really want to design
We'll also
characters.
need to borrow a Sumpter Beast. Our act has to
Sumpter
be
Beast,
convincing
those
if
are
we
so
want the
cute.
crab to fall for it.
Like, if I designed a Genshin team, I would design like 3 characters and then I would put Zhongli in, because Zhongli never leaves. He always has to be there, so it would be quite a waste to design a 4th character, because like one of them wouldn't be used anyways, because Zhongli.
Oh yeah, no problem at all. If it means.
I'll have to decline that offer. Anyway, we'll use the once it appears, capture it. I leave the timing to you.
Don't worry. We're
Yeah, I don't really know what kind of team. I feel like it would be, like a Hyper Bloom team, because I don't know, I really like Hydro now, and I really like Dendro. So I feel like it would make sense to make a Hyper Bloom. Or Bourgeon. I'm not sure. I like Hyper.
Looking at the trade routes and the contaminated region's current perimeter,
Then let's get to it. We'll definitely capture that criminal crab.
Yeah, they for sure won't just, look at, oh, it's, the traveler. This totally is not a trap.
okay, we'll start from here, and this Sumpter beast isn't familiar with us.
The Sumpter beast went ahead. Let's keep up with it. Huh? Why'd it stop?
Looks like it's loafing around. Or maybe it's hungry. The caravanners group.
All right, it's moving again. Did you hear something?
How does a thing like that manage to rob people?
Is that the mechanical crab that...
It looks strong.
No, I don't get to use Tainari. That's rude. Like, Ayato is cool and all, but then I take Nuvillet. Slightly more damage. Just a tiny bit.
Just try to escape this time. Hey, playing dumb won't save you.
It doesn't seem capable of comprehending. I don't know why you're stealing mechanical parts. Stolen items must be... You came from the depths of the contaminated... If you take us there, I'll give you some mechanical parts as a reward.
Trade offer.
It reacted.
We can't be certain yet. It's...
Okay, so you want the crab to lead us into the
That's right. The contaminated region has a large and currently... If we charge straight in, we'll get lost. I've been studying this contaminated region recently, and I have a
Paimon gets it now. Does this...
It doesn't have to, as long as it isn't hostile towards us. I gave it some components that it will definitely take back to the contaminated region, so long as it doesn't attack us.
It seems to be really...
Listen to me. We'll be back soon. If you... I'm not sure. But our priorities are to we should return. But before we do, we need to set up a few traps. Can't have that...
Oh! These are the mechanical parts that were stolen! You really got them back for us! Thank you all so very much. Don't worry about the price. No, that won't do. Here.
No need. I've already received a reward from you.
Reward? You mean that bag of mechanical...
But those parts are very... I retrieved the things you needed. Oh, and before we go, just a reminder. The forest has an
Noted. Thank you all.
Let's return to the village. The earlier we can give the child medicine...
But yeah, I feel like I'll be able to squeeze at least a few streams out of The Sims back too, because I know that at least one stream is for building, because I want to make my character and then I want to build the house. Like, I don't know how long building the house will take. It's gonna one stream or maybe 2 streams.
Master, I prepared the pharmaceutical equipment. Do you need me?
No need. A precise dosage is...
Oh,
But once I'm done, you can. He gets a little nervous when. I'll go prepare the medication. Traveler, give me.
How is he? Doing any better? I feel that's wonderful.
Oh yeah. He asked me to tell you that Suna came by earlier. And he told her everything about the Suna didn't get mad. So he wanted to thank you.
What do you mean?
Can I ask what happened?
I mean, I can put the max rent, but like it has a limitation on like how high the rent can be, and when you're trying to get a tenant, they can only pay a specific amount, and you can't make them pay more.
It's nothing. Did you?
Of course I did. Are you?
Yes, we're going to the contaminated region. Judging by, I'm leaving everything to you while I'm.
Huh? But
Yeah,
I
I
can't even
probably
begin to
won't
compare
be
to you.
a horrible landlord. I'll just be a very shitty one because I have no idea what the fuck is going on.
Many things are learned by doing, and once they've been done, you'll realize that they weren't as difficult as you once thought
And
they
also,
were.
you can snoop. You can get a trait that you can snoop with, and you can break into people's apartments. So like we're 100% breaking into people's apartments and blackmailing them because I need money.
Deal with problems as you yourself see.
That's right. You'll do. All right. Then I'll do my best.
And like I don't know how. Like I know that you still need to pay bills for the whole apartment, and considering that I want to make a really big apartment building, we need money. So I need to blackmail a lot of people or something. Or maybe I can get a part-time career in something, I feel like I want most of my income to come from the apartment. And I know that there's like going to be some kind of like apartment tax. Or like a unit tax, so that like each unit is like 50 simoleons. So the rent needs to be more than that. Yeah, I don't know the
Master,
specifics of
Traveler,
it.
Paimon,
I'll
take
probably
care of
be very
yourselves.
fucking lost.
I'm sure we'll be fine. I think you'll understand why once we arrive at the. You put too much confidence in me. Anyway, like you said, things will likely be on. Let's return and.
Yeah, I don't really know. Like, I know what the interior of the house is going to be looking like because I have that one, reference picture I really liked. But otherwise, I have no idea. So we're going to spend a good while just figuring things out because I'm not the best builder. I'm good at furnishing places. I like furnishing, but I can't build houses. It's gonna be a struggle.
We're here. This should be. Huh? Where's the crab? Did it secretly scuttle away?
Scuttle away.
The traps weren't triggered, so it should.
It was eeping.
You honored our agreement and waited. As such, I'll hold up my end and give you another. Glad you're satisfied. If you want more mechanical parts, take us deeper into the contaminated region. I want to see what happened there. What caused the Avidia forest to become like?
So this is the contaminated region that everyone's been talking about. Oh, it definitely looks different from normal. It's like really creepy and suffocating.
Do you feel unwell at all? Good. It's as I predicted.
I feel like I want the units to be differently furnished, so that they aren't just copy-paste of each other. And like I know that my unit will be, full of pastel pop kit and stuff. But yeah, I'll probably pick my unit first, furnish it, and then I'll start furnishing the other ones, and I'll try to make them different.
How do you know?
Well, I haven't entered the contaminated region for a proper investigation,
And
but I've
I
conducted
promise
quite a
that we
few
won't be
control
having any
experiments.
ugly, shitty, disgusting kitchens.
My observations during our time here have all but
Like, not
confirmed
in
my
my
hypothesis.
household. Nuh-uh.
Look at these flowers. How are they different from normal? This flower species is formerly known as the Sumeru rose, but it is also known as the leyline lodestar. They're sensitive to ley lines, and from the looks of things, the ley lines around here are already...
You're saying the contamination here is coming from ley lines?
I can't confirm that right now, but I think that is the... Let's take another look around and see if we can discover more...
You know, we haven't seen any animals this entire time. The birds used to chirp really loudly, and there were a lot of foxes.
Like, also there are a few other packs I haven't been able to play with. And like, I know that there's a new kitchen kit. Or like a pack. And you know, you can make waffles and stuff, so I feel like that'll be fun. So if I need more money, maybe I'll have a side hustle of like selling baked goods and stuff.
The contaminated region currently appears to have a critical efflux of ley line energy, which is probably the root cause of the patient's cognitive disturbances.
But yeah, I know that you can get 6 units on one lot without cheats, and I don't think I want to put more because I don't know what my computer can handle. So I feel like it's gonna be either 5 or 6. But I don't really know how I can fit them in the building, especially because I kinda really want to have some shared spaces. Especially because, you know, I got the idea of a sauna. A sauna would be pretty cool.
Some animals have keen awareness. They sense something
Leaky
But
ley
yeah, I'll
lines sure
figure it
can
out
cause
when
a
we're
lot of
building it.
damage.
like how plants have preferred growth conditions. We also gradually habituate to our surrounding environment.
Like, if nothing else, you know, I'll build the house and furnish a couple of the units on the first stream. And then on the second stream, I'll furnish the rest of the lots. Or like the units.
Climate, temperature, humidity, intense. This
And then, you know,
equilibrium is
gameplay
broken when
stream,
the
so you know, that's
surrounding
gonna be good
environment
content.
abruptly changes. If normal fluctuations in temperature occur, then our bodies automatically adjust. However, the average person cannot adapt to
And like,
changes in
I
ley
told
line
Raichu
energy, and
that,
so
you
they
know, the
fall ill.
moment the Winter Wonderland event is available, available in Overwatch, we're fucking playing that. Because I want the Illari skin, you know, we're getting the Illari skin day one. I want it.
Then why are we okay?
I'm not sure why you are, but of course, it's not a good idea to spend too much time in areas with concentrated
Like,
ley
Hub, you
line
can come play
energy.
with us too.
The only one who can freely traverse this place. That's about
Like,
it for
we're
the
tryharding the
investigation.
moment it's,
Help
you
me
know,
find an
online.
open space.
I want the Illari skin. Yeah, you are formally invited to play some Overwatch with us on the 19th of December of 2023.
Environment. No wind. Setup complete. Excellent. Looks like it's working.
What's this?
A purification device I made. It can absorb excess ley line energy and temporarily stabilize an area.
What a neat thing! Let's set up more and cover the...
I wouldn't mind if that would actually work. Unfortunately, the purification devices have their limits. If we want to permanently eradicate the
Like,
contamination
I'm just
from the ley
hoping that
line
it's not
effluence,
gonna be very
we'll need to
difficult to get
tackle
the
the
skin.
source.
Like, there's going to be like, most of the events are like, you know, you have to complete a specific amount of event quests. And there's going to be like a couple of, you know, quests that are just, you know, play games. So we have to play a shit ton of games. But, you know, I'm pretty sure there's going to be some, you know, event game mode specific ones. I just hope that we don't have to complete all of them.
That's right.
Huh? The mechanical crab is acting...
Something's approaching. So that's it. Now that the ley line... Get rid of them quickly.
Gather! Settle down!
That's it? That's it? 2 crocodiles?
That's all of them.
I knew we let one-shot them.
Hey! Where are you? Wait, let's hurry and keep up. The mechanical crab went that way. Let's keep up.
Help! Help! Yeah! Spare me! Please spare me!
Hey, are you okay?
No, he obviously isn't.
These injuries are superficial. Don't.
Like also, I really want to design Genshin characters, but I don't really know what I want them to do.
Mechanical monsters?
Because, I want them to have some kind of professions. Because, all Genshin characters do something. So I need to figure out what I want my Genshin characters to do. And when I figure that out, I feel like it'll be easier to design them.
We took care of them.
Oh, good. It's a monster! Hurry, attack it!
How do we explain this? Krabby, it heard you shouting for help and brought us here to rescue you.
It's faking it. It has to be. Maybe it's gonna partner up with the
This
other mechanical
dude has
monsters and
issues.
kill me. Do you know what's inside the I just can't. No wonder the academia wanted to.
His inarticulate speech and bodily tremors indicate psyche disruption. We've purified the ley line energy over there. Follow this path out and you'll soon see the village. When he gets to the village, someone will bring him to Kale for help. So...
It's so hard to
All right. Regardless of what... That's why I'll give you another... Guess not. Well, make sure to hang on to it. What was going through your owner's mind when he made you? I wonder. And also, how do you feel...
Okay, it definitely doesn't understand you.
It seems like it possesses limited understand. Help others to get parts. That's probably its thought process. As for Wyatt, it's getting late. Let's set up... Hey! Over here! Come on, you big lummox. Raise your head and look up. Let's set up camp here.
All right, Paimon also...
Oh. Any particular reason?
This place is perfect to put up a big tent. We can also set up a cooking pot and cook tons of...
You're not wrong. But the primary reason for... Rainforests are very wet. You should always be careful when spending the night in damp. For the next tasks at hand, let's divide and conquer. I'll set up the tent. You'll be in charge of making the fire.
Leave it to Paimon.
I'm not expecting that much. Just do what you can. That's right. You can use rushes. Their piths are relatively dry and can be readily set aflame. The...
Traveler, Tainari? Paimon didn't know that rainforest had so many interesting plants until we came here. Paimon also saw wild berries on the ground, and Paimon was...
Those were probably dead leaf butterflies. My guess is that they mistook you for a bird when you flew over, so they... Never mind. The tent's up. Oh, you found some already.
Paimon understands it this time. It wants mechanical parts again.
Good crab.
Sorry, no part. That task wasn't important enough. If every little thing, I'll note little things like this and give a cumulative reward at a later time.
It looks really...
After some further thought, it might come up with some I'm off to prepare dinner. We'll take shifts
The
on
crab is
lookout
really
duty tonight.
manipulating us for
You mean
parts.
lookouts?
Yes. Even though most animals fled because of the ley line, it's settled then. I'll have a good night.
I mean, I respect the hustle.
Paimon's getting... It's been a while since we... This is like when we...
You're awake earlier than I expected. Did you sleep well? That's good. I was worried that you two wouldn't be able to sleep. Don't worry. They're made from all natural ingredients. They have a light fragrance and aren't harmful to the body. Speaking of which, have you seen it was scampering around over there just now, but I don't know where it went, so you can tell. My suspicion, a ley line effluence of this magnitude occurred without any warning. Until we fully understand the situation, take extra caution. The academia has been... Topics related to mechanical life forms were popular in the Sponta mod for a time. Some of my juniors had also... They proposed an intriguing idea. Use our knowledge to... However, no matter which modules or parts are installed, in their pursuit to discover the differences between mechanical and biological life forms, zealous researchers performed unregulated vivisections and other absurdly cruel experiments on animals. The irony is that the researchers became even more impetuous afterward. I am interested in the topic of mechanical life. It's just my ancestors
There
and
he is.
the Veluca Shuna of the desert coexisted together and supported one another. The bloodline of my people was... So to me, all life is important. To understand, life is not an expendable commodity, and knowledge
And I feel like
should
a
not
scrap
be
collector
wielded like
character
a
would be
scepter.
fun. And
These
we
are the
would meet
points of
them in every
contention
single
I have
fucking
with some
region because
researchers,
they're just
and
collecting
I
everywhere.
left once you start placing yourself above other life forms. Really? Well... Coffee? Did you prepare this for us? All right. Seeing that you're working so hard to help out, you're not planning on using it? All right. Suit yourself. The night watch is yours. Stay safe.
The crab is really working hard, huh?
Sorry. Paimon slept through the entire night. Don't worry.
Good morning, Traveler and Paimon. A quick question. Me too.
Is there something we can do?
Extinguish our fire so we don't... Also, retrieve the pest-repelling devices from last night.
Got it. Paimon will take care of the fight.
All right.
Okay, what are the pest repelling devices? Okei, they're the insect.
All right. It's about time to head out. The effects of the ley lines will also... Try to conserve as much energy... As I thought, the closer we get to the contamination source, the more mechanical monsters that appear.
Maybe I should read what the sword does. Oh, so it's elemental burst. Well, that kinda sucks.
A moment, please.
So I don't really use elemental bursts that much.
Stay cool and face your guilt. Let's begin.
Wait, how do I get there? Oh, it's going to... Is this going to be like a dungeon or a domain?
It stopped here!
Upon closer inspection, ley line energies are also ready yourselves.
Oh yeah, am I now going to get to play Tainari? Maybe I should have taken Yave or someone with me. Do I still have time to switch?
There's a ton of mechanical monsters here. They made this place their lair.
Looks like there's no way to sneak by. Let's take care of them quickly.
Yeah, I don't really have any good synergies right now.
Can't see?
Yeah, he ain't doing shit. Yeah, maybe if I took Yai with me, it would have been better. Okay, what does he do? Like, specifically? He does something.
What is this?
Leyline energy is spilling out from here. This device, it's extracting energy from the ley lines without end. Who in the world would do this without considering the consequences? The ley lines won't be able to repair themselves.
It's terrible! We have to stop it! Let Paimon see.
Standing here is equivalent to being directly showered in leyline energy, which may cause irreversible damage to your body. Take Paimon and get out of here. I'll see if I...
But you're also vulnerable to... We're staying! We can't leave...
Then let's look for it together. If there's no control unit...
You know where it is? Hey! Wait for us! What's this? It'll only show up if you step on it?
Be careful and watch your step.
Look! Someone's here! Are you the one that's taking the ley line's energy? Why aren't you saying anything?
His body is cold. It's emaciated, and his eyes are sunken. Likely from chronic Almost forgot about you.
What is it doing?
I'm not sure. Judging by this room's layout, the file room will definitely give us some clues, so...
Wow! It's huge in here!
This place is very secluded.
Did you two find anything?
There are a lot of lab notes, but it would take way too long to read through them all. I found a tape recorder. Yes. The Spontamod created a device that visually... However, these devices are expensive to make and aren't entirely...
Come on, let's...
Hold on, let me figure out how to play the tape. Okay.
Kakata? Kakata?
Seriously, I look away for 1 second and you're gone? There you are. Look here. This is our new home. I, Abatui, will unleash my talents here and amaze those ancient fossils at the Academia. Oh, you're also quite happy. Karkata, do you know? Listen up, Karkata. I'm going to make a mechanical life form that can be mass-produced. I'll use mechanical organs, and electric currents will course through them like blood. Inspiration from the ruins and the research that the Academia had banned. When you can understand our language and live among us, you will no longer be a boring machine, but a truly living
That's
being.
quite rude.
It's fine. You will
Karkata is the mechanical crab, right? And that researcher named Abatui said he wanted to prove something to the Academia?
I remember now. I had a junior research...
Junior researcher?
Yeah? What's...
Nothing. Paimon was just...
He is. But academic progression isn't tied to age. I finished my studies a while...
Oh!
Of course, age can be an issue. For a while, people, always that isn't important. Let's... The pipes continue further. Let's head in.
Look! Paimon found another tape! A date is written on it.
That's quite the time gap.
It's rare that you malfunction because of an Seems that making coffee is still somewhat difficult for you. Or is there an issue with my set parameters? All right, there you... Water entered the Keela and caused it to short circuit, so it... Look at me, talking to you like this. You can't understand me anyway, can you? It's fine. Try moving around. Everything in working order? Be more careful next time. We're tight on money. I'm glad. Karkata, did you know? Aren't the bunch at the Academia always saying things like, mechanical intelligence is just an extension of statistics? Too bad it was just a dream. Forget holding a conversation with me. Never mind. I should probably be...
After Abatui left the Academia, I thought he was so despondent that he gave up on researching mechanical life.
Paimon doesn't feel like he's a bad person. He even changed out.
Let's keep looking. Following the serial numbers, the next recording should be here. The writing is sloppy. Perhaps his state of mind had changed. There's also an undated tape in the wrong spot. It doesn't seem like Abatui put it there.
Maybe Karkata...
It's hard to say.
Sorry, Karkata. In my recent experiments, I successfully gave you a living being's instinct. When you're low on power, or if one of your parts is damaged, you will prioritize. That is a very dangerous thing. I've officially activated the 3rd generation ley line extractor. The ley lines was conducting research on mechanical life forms requires a large amount of power. I'm also getting tired, Karkata. They say that even if it simulates the operation of a living creature's organs, a machine is still an ice-cold tool. I want to prove them wrong. I'm not talking about anything. Modules for language, emotion, and movement. I've been working my absolute hardest to augment and refine your functionalities. But I've never... You are my finest success. But even you can't understand me. Karkata. Yes, it is what it is. In a few days, I'll sell the failed ley line extractor for some more and continue my experiments. This is new. If I place another 2 control modules... Of course my heart decides to act up now.
Mm.
Why did I cut medication from our expenses? Strange. Oh no, I have... Shut it off! If we let them... Right. I'd never input a command. In the end, it's just like the Academia said. I'm sorry, Kakata.
I see. So, after Abatui's unexpected death, the mechanical monsters were driven by their instincts and continuously
Paimon understands. Then...
Because Karkata is different to Abatui. For a machine to truly be considered a mechanical life form, it must possess features similar to any other living organism. It should be structured similarly, it must be able to cry and laugh, and it must have the capacity for independent thought. Perhaps only by building such a machine could... But if he had slowed down, Karkata can't speak, and yet it can't...
What does that mean?
You'll see in a bit. But before... First, let's find the control unit. Rah!
Oh.
More of this transparent flooring. It feels like a maze.
Okay, it has walls. That's nice to know. Okay, how the fuck do I get there? No, like, because this is just a loop.
Keep up. Below us is the final room. The control unit is likely in there.
The way ends here. Wanna try jumping down?
Let's nip that in the bud.
Kamisato Art. Suiyu!
I mean, I guess it's slightly bit better damage now, but it still doesn't beat Nuvillet.
Bow your head. Let the mighty be humbled.
This should be the control unit. Once we turn it off, the leyline extractor should also shut down. Without an external force damage... Oh, but I...
Ooh, a chest. I wonder if I've missed some chests. Game, why are you like this?
So, Karkata has been collecting parts because it thinks doing so will fix its own.
Karkata is unable to understand the concept of death. However, it probably remembers when... It's true that Karkata isn't able to think or understand many topics, but it is like a small child that imitates what adults do.
So that's why it kept stealing mechanical parts. But it can't repair its owner, no matter how hard it tries.
Yes, but the important thing is that it formed the thought of wanting to repair Abatui. Who knows how this thought came to be, but it has even suppressed the instincts that Abatui had installed. If it really is as we've predicted, this research truly will make waves in the academia.
Karkata? Karkata, can you hear Paimon? Tainari says you're awesome!
It reached its limit. It hasn't recharged this. It's truly a mere... I'm gonna go confirm that the ley line extractor... Let them...
That's sad. Another chest.
The ley line extractor has ceased Traces of ley line energy are still in the atmosphere, but the effluence's source has been stopped. Moving on. Those affected by the ley lines need immediate care. According to the Academia's policies, we need to bring everything back. Research materials related to mechanical life forms will...
What the heck?
You two should return first. I'll take care of things. Although we've stopped the source of the effluence, the ley line energy in... Listen, the Traveler hasn't rested Also, it'll take some time to pack up all the research
What the
documents.
fuck?
You're not familiar with this Tell the Adventurers Guild that the incident has...
What the fuck?
Oh, and don't talk about Abatui.
Alright. Then...
Well, hopefully I haven't missed any chests. I would imagine soon we don't have to stare at these long ass loading screens anymore.
Anyway, so the contaminated region turned out to be a ley line effluence deep in the forest.
I see. Once the excess ley line energy dissipates from the air, this is the stipulated
Is Karkata going to be... It's already damaged, but... Oh! Then how about if Paimon really wants to go right now, but Tainari said that we... Alright then, we'll find Tainari...
Water comes in many.
How are you feeling? Sleep. We should go find Tainari. How do you think we should ask him? Tainari!
Shh, keep your voice down. The lilac Daphne, a Daphne of the genus extrapolating from these two data sets, it would be particular.
Karkata?
I thought I told you all to keep your voices low. Plants aren't afraid of noise, but your shouting is making my ears ring.
You didn't disassemble.
Why would I do that?
But Paimon thought you said.
So that's why you two barged in like barbarians.
Oh,
at
I
this
love
hour.
him.
Fine. I suppose I wasn't clear enough about what I meant was, according to the Academia's policies, all products of research must be destroyed. That's why we can't let the
base
Academia
Tainari.
discover that place. Anyway, the first thing I did was repair Karkata. During my time at the Academia, I took an elective course at the Spontamod. Who knew it would prove useful?
I'm
one
like,
day.
I love how I keep getting these random ass chocolates from my advent calendar. Like today I got this slab of chocolate too, and like I don't know if I should eat it. I don't know. I feel like all of the advent calendar chocolate just feel like tastes so fucking old. Even though like the dates and all are, you know, fine, but you know, it tastes so old.
We then buried Abatui together. After I'm not with the Academia, so what do their policies have to do with me? On the other hand, I am the Forest Watcher of the Avidia Forest. I have a duty to protect all life in the forest. All life brought forth in this world has meaning, and Karkata is no exception. If it exists, then it shouldn't be carelessly
I wonder what
abandoned
we'll
or
do in
destroyed.
Sino's quest.
That's great! Wait, you just said life form. You recognize Karkata as a true living.
The possibility exists, is all. Abatui only left behind a small portion of his research. Who knows how many commands he installed? Maybe a conflict between all those commands resulted in this sort of behavior. From a more rigorous perspective, it is impossible to conclude that Karkata
I
is a
want
real
to go
life
back to
form.
playing Overwatch. I don't know.
But
I
the
really want to play
possibility
Illari.
exists. By the way, I'm not interested in continuing research on this subject. I'm just letting it hang out here because this place is relatively secluded. But as things stand now, it wouldn't be a bad idea to make it my research assistant. At the very least, it can record my experiments. What do you think?
Yay! That was quite a short one. Like, I don't think this was even an hour long. So I wonder if Sinos is also going to be around this length. Then I'll probably do some like other quests too. Yeah, I feel like I should do some of this, but I don't really know how long these quests are. Or maybe I'll finish this one. But yeah. First things first, I'll get Sinos quest. I swear I'll do these two at some point, but I don't know. I don't really care about Nilu's quest, so I don't feel like doing it, but no, I want to do Alhaitham's quest at some point. Or maybe we'll do Alhaitham's quest now. Like, if Sinos quest also takes like an hour, then, you know, sure, maybe I'll do Alhaitham's quest too while I'm at it. Because, like, these are starting to stack up again. But first, we'll do Sinos. Oh yeah, I should have unlocked the quests first and then gotten the keys. Or like, then got done my daily quest so that I could have gotten more of the keys, but oh well. It's not like I'm running out of keys. Hi Raitsu. Okay, so it was this one. Academia. Oh yeah, isn't Sino still a part of the academia? So, I don't really know how he feels about his boyfriend, doing this stuff, but oh well. But yeah, it feels very nice being, like hanging out in Sumero again and, talking to the Sumero characters. Because, like, life's been so much of Fontaine now, so it's like, it's very nice to be back. Especially because, the later versions of later versions of Sumeru didn't even have any, Sumeru specific quests. Like sure we had the new areas and stuff, but those didn't really have new, those didn't have the Sumeru characters in them. It was starting to get lonely.
Just a moment, please. You're the traveler in Paimon, right? I thought you two looked familiar. People have been talking all about you.
That's great and all, but can we go to Sino?
It's a pleasure to meet you. Do you have a moment? There's something I'd like to discuss with you. My name is Nabil. I'm a Matra in the Academia. You're friends with Sino, right? I've heard him mention you before.
Sino!
Currently, Sino is out investigating a case involving smuggled canned knowledge. It's been days
Have
since
fun.
we last heard from him.
Oh no. Do you think...
Well, to be completely honest, it's pretty hard to imagine anything that could pose a threat to Sino. But since we haven't heard from him, we're starting to suspect that the case might be more complicated than we had originally thought. Word has it that you two are brave, smart, and extremely capable adventurers. Do you think you could lend us a hand and help investigate the smuggling?
I mean, if it means, getting to hang out with Sino, hell yeah, we will.
Alright, since you asked so nicely, we'll help.
Large amounts of canned knowledge from unknown origins have been appearing on the market recently. Sino suspected that there's a secret route being used to move the capsules. According to some research, using large amounts of canned knowledge could lead to some serious consequences. And, unfortunately, most people have yet to realize that. Rumors also have it that some particularly dangerous canned knowledge has made its way into the market. Regardless of whether the rumors are true or not, this case calls for... Last we heard from Sino, he was investigating somewhere outside Sumeru City.
Sounds like we better go look for him.
Yeah, I thought about having Sino in my team too. Now that, I'm doing his quest too. But, I feel like he deserves a proper team instead of just, getting slapped on as a fourth person. Sino!
Ah, it's you two. I knew I sensed a familiar presence, but I'm very busy at the moment. We'll have to chat some other time.
That's right. Nabil asked us to come and check on the situation.
So Nabil told you about this? Divulging my location without authorization. I'll let it slide for now. This isn't the time for that. I see. Well, the situation might be more problematic than you anticipated. I've already questioned several people, but gained very little information. Long story short, I was able to learn of the secret location where the canned knowledge is being sold. You're
Hell
welcome
yeah.
to accompany me if you're interested.
Whoa. Sounds pretty complicated. But having a chance to... Alright, sign us up!
Is this all you got?
What difference does it make? If you see something you like, buy it. If
They've been cracking down on us lately, so we don't have much on hand. If you see something that What does the Academia think they're doing? Alright, I'll take these here. I don't see any real gems in this batch. It's all pretty ordinary stuff. What a...
150K.
Put the Mora down and your hands up.
It hit Sino!
Hey, forget the goods! Let's split!
But don't forget the Mora!
Dun dun! Not so fast! You can't escape with Paimon!
What is this? He's got backup now? I don't like the looks of this. Either way, it's gonna be a tough fight.
It's over. It's not like we're making a big cut anyway.
Huh? Did they really just give up?
Just like the others I've cut. They're not deep in the circle. All right. I have one question.
The pickup location is different.
And when is the next
I don't know.
He's telling the truth. Honest. Normally, we should have... The stock we have right now is from 8 days ago, which is why there isn't much left.
I know exactly why they didn't receive their last batch. I suspect who's ever running this whole thing knew that when you were trying to escape, you said...
Are you kidding? We've known your name since day one in this business. The boss warned us to... But here we are.
They already knew all about me. These small fries are the only ones they leave out in the open. And no matter how many we catch, if only we had another lead. Like a merchant who sells large amounts of canned knowledge.
Well, we might have one of those.
Huh? Oh, you mean someone like...
Do you have a potential...
Whoa! Judgment?
That's right. I won't turn a blind eye on any dangerous suspect.
Oh! Sounds like we shouldn't ever let...
I see. Anyway, I'll think of a way to deal with these two and then continue. If you manage to learn anything. And as for you, I don't ever want to catch you buying canned knowledge again. If you
Okay, I go...
Hey! What's with the attitude, mister?
What, you got a problem with that too? Listen, buying canned knowledge, think about it. If the Academia is hoarding something as convenient and useful like canned knowledge...
The Academia has clearly published the potential dangers of canned knowledge. I just hope you understand that if I ever catch you again, I will personally see to it that you are punished. All right, Traveler. I need to go now.
Ha! You think you can...
Traveler, why don't we go talk to Dory? She's got loads of... if Paimon remember...
I hope we get a new Sumero character soon. Like a nice Sumero character, because I kinda want to build a Sumero character. For example, the mummy girl.
I see. So that's the latest scoop. Good thing you didn't rat me out. Otherwise, who knows where I'd have to be hiding to avoid attention. No idea. Sorry. I've already cashed out of the canned knowledge business. Huh? You mean you stopped selling it? That's right. With so much canned knowledge flooding the market, it was becoming impossible to fetch decent prices anymore. Besides, it seems that group of smugglers has practically taken over the market. It's a little rule of mine to never fight for a share of someone else's market. If I'm gonna make
she's
more,
smart.
it's gonna be the lion's share. Plus, with regulations getting as tight as they are now, I figured I might as well just hang it up. Sounds like we came all this way for well, not completely. Granted, I don't know who's behind all the smuggling activity, but since you didn't sell me out, I'll let you in on what I do. After all, those smugglers have really crossed the line, butting their way into the market like that. I hope their luck runs out soon so that I can take over. I mean, so that the industry can become more fairly regulated. Hey, you just want to make more business for yourself.
I mean, can we really blame her though? And like, if she's helping us, she's helping us.
Don't underestimate its value. Think about it. You can gain all sorts of knowledge while bypassing the troublesome process of... Of course, not everyone needs that kind of knowledge, but in a market as big as Sumeru, there is plenty of demand. Plus, the cost of production is relative.
Then why does the academia
Being able to gain complex knowledge and become a scholar with the snap of your fingers, but everything in the world comes at a price, right? Gaining knowledge is a complicated process. It requires learning, thinking, and practice. Even when it comes to my own business, I have to go through a lot of preparation before I put anything out for sale. But with canned knowledge, one may simply skip all the hassle and get whatever they need to know immediately. That inherently leads to at least two potential problems. First, you'll accept the knowledge as factual without a second thought, and you'll find it very hard to forget. This means that if the knowledge is flawed, then it'll be very difficult to correct.
Makes sense.
And second, excess use of knowledge capsules over an extended time diminishes your ability to think. You'll end up becoming like a library that can only store knowledge.
Oh, that does sound pretty dangerous. Traveler, you used canned knowledge before. Did you feel any negative effects?
Of course, using it sparingly is not an issue, which is exactly why I used to sell it. It's just like how medicine can be used to cure diseases, but can also do harm when overused. It all comes down to balancing the right amount. Anyway, back to the point. There'll be consequences if the sale of canned knowledge by those smugglers is left unchecked.
I really like Dory's character, like she's very pretty. I just wish I liked her gameplay more.
And what's worse, you're
Or
playing
more, I
right into
wish
their
her
hands by
gameplay was
focusing
better.
only on the canned knowledge that's made its way into the market. As far as I know, their real purpose is to distribute information.
The Court of Desolation?
Rumor has it that it's a site of ruins from the age of King Deshret. It's said that with the treasures inside, one can see beyond life and death. But any research of the ruins is strictly banned by the academia. Word on the street is that there'll be an auction taking place in the desert. They're auctioning rare canned knowledge, some of which is related to the Court of Desolation. Once I heard about the auction, I began to suspect that all the canned knowledge popping up on the market is just a diversion. I'd wager that their real target is the Court of Desolation. Because studying those ruins is not just a simple matter. It requires knowledge spanning several fields. So, if they're aiming to quickly assemble a research team, canned knowledge would be the best solution. As for the auction, chances are they're trying to attract and scout out anyone with interest or expertise on the subject. On the other hand, no one can say for sure that they will ever succeed in finding the Court of Desolation. So, they...
Sounds to Paimon like we better head to the desert.
That's right. And now that I've shared all that valuable info with you, it's time to introduce our limited edition
I
desert
really
travel
like
kit.
her.
It comes complete with a map straight to the auction location. As I said, I also have to make preparations before I've got it. 500,000 mora per kit. That's quite the bargain. We'll even offer a 50% discount for little Paimon's travel kit. Only 200. What? No need to worry, little one. Sino's the one heading this investigation. All you need to do is tell him to go to the Merchants Guild and pay the bill once the mission is completed. I'm sure the General Mahamatra of the Academia would never leave any debt unpaid. And I can only imagine the funds he's allocated for investigations.
We'd better get going. If Dory keeps... got news for you. What the smugglers are really after is a chance to research the Court of Desolation. They're hosting an auction in the desert to sell canned knowledge about those ruins.
The Court of Desolation. I won't ask how you came by this intel, but is it reliable?
We also heard that the Court of Desolation contains...
Partially. It was a secret place built by a dark sect from the age of King Deshret. The ruins do contain treasures, but the place is also rife with unknown dangers. According to past research, one must forfeit their life as the price of entering. They are not some... However, if they are using the canned knowledge as a way to move information and recruit researchers, then I suppose your conclusion does hold some validity. Less in recent years. But there are always
My
those who
sleep
attempt to
schedule
do
is so shitty nowadays.
both inside and outside. After all, legends claim that whoever obtains the treasures inside can see beyond. Death is often the greatest grievance for many people. Though that's why some continue to research it, regardless of it being a risk. Do you know where the auction is taking place? Good. We'll go investigate.
Huh?
That's right. Let's begin to leave town, and don't worry. I'll make short work of them.
That's Sino for ya.
Hold it right there. Heading to the desert, are we? I would think twice if I were you.
Huh? Who are you?
That doesn't matter. All you need to know is that someone wishes to... you must be Sino. I've heard a lot about you. You've got quite a reputation. But this time you're in over your head. Unless you turn... And as for you two, why bother sticking your noses in trouble?
That's right! We won't just sit back and do...
Ha! My employer said that he's willing to compromise as long as you just walk away. He could, for example, reduce the... On top of that, he's willing to give you a cut of the profit.
Is that so? Well, I can't think of...
Sorry, no can do.
I don't really know if you want to fight us, you know. Like, my team is pretty fucking stacked.
Cascade. Mind the deluge.
Surrender.
Don't run away now.
Yeah, my team is fucking stacked.
This doesn't change anything. You're in over your head, Sino. There will be others coming for you. Let's get out of here.
No need. Even if we apprehend them, there'll be little information to gain. Besides, I apologize for bringing you into this dangerous mess. You should be careful from now on. Sleep.
Wait, hold on!
You'd be surprised. Anyway, just be careful. Mercenaries are never quick to forget. In their line of work, even a single failure is bad for reputation. They may even stay hidden in some dark corner for a very long time, waiting for the right moment to ambush you. Yes, I was carrying out a mission with one of my superiors. I didn't have much experience at the time. My superior was injured while protecting me, and we
Whoa! Who could have seen that coming?
He survived with a fractured wrist. It took 2 months for him to recover. But luckily, there weren't any further complications. His name is Taj Radkani, a very well-respected Matra. You'll have the... Anyway, our mission will be...
Don't worry, Paimon will stay alert. We'll see danger coming a mile away.
Like, I appreciate the concern, but at the same time, you know, we've fought gods and all kinds of things, you know. I think we'll be fine.
Good. And once this is all over,
So hot. If only there was some shade for us to cool off under.
we still have a long way to go, so you'll need to hang in there for a while longer. This is not a good place to rest anyway.
Okay.
Of course, but I'm accustomed to these conditions.
Care to share any tips? Paimon's about to melt away.
Just try to stay focused. Use your willpower to take one step after another.
Just look around. It's just...
Watch out!
Kamisato Arc. Suiyu!
Oh, that was easy.
Well, Paimon really...
Those weren't just normal scorpions. See? There are marked numbers on their pincers. Someone doesn't want us to show up at the auction. These scorpions were sent. We are surrounded by desert as far as the eye can see.
Oh, is
If
it?
we were
I was
killed
like,
out
what?
here,
Oh, yeah, it's the Zhongli pillar.
super dangerous.
something's not right. There are no roads and... Stay still. Here's the answer.
Huh? What?
A miniature tracking device made by the Ksharawar, but this device wasn't licensed for mass production.
Whoa! Paimon never knew that
They probably planted it on the Traveler during our fight with the mercenary. It was a frantic fight.
Well, good thing you were able to...
Let's keep heading to the auction.
Cascade.
They're back again! How many of them are there?
Oh, that's a lot of canned knowledge.
Weird. Is this where the auction is? Yeah, not as...
We didn't waste any time getting here after we defeated those mercenaries. But even so, they still knew we were coming.
Aw, what?
We searched the area.
Alright, let's take...
Did you find anything?
No, nothing in particular.
It's possible there weren't many knowledge capsules containing info about the Court of Desolation, so they carried those off. But don't worry, I have another idea. You two start heading back the way we came. I will remain hidden here. Come back and meet me here after some time has passed. I'm sure something will come up by then. They packed up in a hurry and didn't have time to carry. Once they think we've left the premises.
Oh, I'm okay. We'll start.
Yes. And don't worry.
Ugh, so tired. We've probably. Yay. It's probably about time for us to head back. Let's go. Maybe.
Look at the shrooms just vibing. I'm not gonna disturb them.
Oh, looks like Sino caught someone. So you're the bad guy behind all this, aren't ya? All right, tell Paimon every.
I didn't act immediately when he showed up. He is not the primary instigator.
Yes, impressive. You certainly live. Once everyone knew you were coming, all the canned knowledge dealers, since all the goods were just left here unsupervised, I thought I'd use the opportunity to come back.
You must know who's manufacturing and selling the can.
No, I'll talk. But before that, if we stay here, chances are that someone will see me.
All right.
How about my home in Aru Village?
Fine.
Listen, buddy,
Listen, buddy.
Come on now. Do you really think I'd try to pull anything under Sino's watch? Seriously, what can I even do?
I love how Sino has a proper like reputation here and people respect him. It's shown and it's not just he has a reputation, but then that's about it. Hi, Laura.
you're back. Oh, we have guests?
This is my daughter, Simin. She can be a little shy of strangers. Why don't you run along now, dear? Dad needs to talk with our guests.
Oh, okay.
I didn't really know how I feel about yeah, let me just bring them to my home. Like, I don't know about
Everyone
that one.
knows Sino in our business, but let me ask, who are you two?
Wait, how does he know who we are? Like, hello? Did we not save the whole, region or something? And the other regions too, Well, really nobody,
To
so.
be honest, I really didn't expect to see Sino, the lone operator, working with any partners. When I saw the tracker start moving away, I assumed you had decided to just go back empty-handed. But even though you caught me, I'd still urge you to stop.
Why is that?
Everything from the manufacturing of canned knowledge to the sales and even splitting the profits. Every step of the everyone will try their best to defend this industry that we've worked to build. It will be a long and difficult fight, even for you, Sino. And even if you manage to win in the end, no one will thank you. If anything,
Everyone has their own reasons for what they do.
Here's some tea, Dad. And for the guests, too.
Right. I forgot to offer tea to our guests.
Tea.
Don't mention it. And I should tell you that our tea tastes kind of bitter, but I put some sugar in to make it a little...
That's my girl. Do we
That's
still have any sugar
suspicious.
left? If not, I'll buy some more.
Yes, we do. Okay.
I don't really know how I feel
have a rest
about
now.
drinking tea from a
Didn't you
random
say that
person.
everyone's in it for the massive profits?
Actually, my daughter was born with a chronic disease, so she has a relatively weak heart. That's why she never really had any friends to play with, and why she locks herself. As for me, I was just an average merchant. I would until one day.
Selling canned knowledge.
That's right. With all the mora I made, I could finally. There are many others like me. Smuggling canned knowledge might seem like an unforgivable crime to you, but to us, it's a means of survival. I wanted to tell you all this so that maybe you could understand and change your mind. Please.
Oh no. That means that if we prevent...
I must get to the... I can find someone to help treat your child. But I cannot turn a blind eye to the smuggling. These are two completely different
Seems
issues.
reasonable.
I somehow knew you would say that. But having your word to help my daughter is enough for me. Since you insist on continuing the investigation, you should have a look around the back of my home. You'll find some goods I received just recently. I think every...
Purple ones! That's cool. Can I have them?
Yes. All neatly packed. Small producers couldn't possibly support such a large quantity of goods.
Huh? Look! These seem different from the other...
Yes, that would make sense. Wait, what's this? Yes, it's a Matra seal, indicating that the goods have passed Matra. I started to suspect that someone in the academia might be involved when I found the tracker earlier. The pieces have now all fallen into place. With this Matra seal, goods can leave the academia without undergoing a second inspection. No wonder they don't want me to investigate. It turns out that Could I ask you for a favor, Trav? Since all this canned knowledge came from the academia, then it's highly likely that the knowledge... If we can enter the repository... But... considering my current status, you'll need to be the one who checks the records.
Sure thing!
I'll also keep working here in the meantime. Although our leads are all currently... We can get more information on other dealers from Bahari. I'll stay here and make some preparations.
Oh, like the letter was very pretty. Where is it? Yeah, like look at this Sino letter. It's so cool. Can we keep it, please? I want to keep it.
Hello, we meet again. Have you managed to find Sino? If so, how's he doing? I read the letter and must admit that I hadn't expected things to be...
It's alright. We wanted...
I can tell that he really trusts you. Even I don't usually have authorization to enter. That's right. Granted, the academia is very supportive when it comes to However, some forms of research have proven to be so dangerous that the Matra have to step in and put a stop to them. Normally, after some particular research becomes prohibited, the majority of the related files will be destroyed, but some information may be retained as a record to warn later researchers. Such information... Follow me. I'll show you. Hopefully we'll...
The restricted repository.
Okay, I understand. Since Sino is vouching for you, I suppose we can trust you. But I'd suggest avoiding any other research.
Huh. So this is the restricted repository. I never thought I'd see the inside of it. This is a first for both you and me.
There are many who do not openly converse with others within the academia. But even so, there are very few who I feel could be trusted with a real secret. Sino happens to be one of them. Even though he's no longer in the academia, I still trust him. And that goes for anyone he trusts as well. The files are over there. Just make it quick.
Whoa, there's a lot to read here. Have you found anything yet? Huh, it reminds Paimon of Sino's former partner.
His former partner? That would be Taj Radkani. But you're not far off. Mortada Radkani was Taj's only son.
What? Taj's son went to prison for researching the Court of...
Why do you sound so surprised? You're...
It's just that they arrested him in secret, so it was never publicly known. All I knew was that Taj's son was taken to prison.
No. Unfortunately, there is... You've heard about Taj, right? I know Nabil has. I would say he's probably pushing 50 this year, which makes him one of the most experienced Matra. He used to be Sino's only partner. Taj is also skilled with the polearm, so the two of them used to practice together when they were...
Ah, right. I heard Sino mention that before. But one day, Taj suddenly decided to retire from active duty and transfer to an administrative position. I wonder if it had anything to do with the Mortada incident.
Taj was already very well known by the time Mortada was born. So when Mortada came to study at the academia, everyone had high expectations of him. Then he had an unpleasant dispute with his father, but they were eventually able to work things out. Not long after they had reconciled, Mortada was caught studying the Court of Death. Taj arrested his son and put him behind bars. Shortly after, Mortada slit his own throat with the pieces of a broken bowl. By the time Taj arrived at the scene, it was already... Since then, Taj has been periodically coming to the repository. He'll hold the files from his son's research with a remorseful look on his face. I guess that's why he chose to move to administrative work.
I had no idea that happened. That must be really hard for Taj. I've never heard him mention that to anyone.
That's awful.
Wait, don't tell me you're starting to suspect. Impossible. Taj would never do... But this is Taj we're talking about.
But if you claim that the canned knowledge was originating from the academia, because he was the only one who could have recently gone through research files, there are so many files about those ruins that it would be difficult to restart any research. However, if the files were made into canned knowledge, they could be understood immediately.
But even so...
According to the legends, the treasures inside the
Oh
Court
no.
of Desolation
The
could
moment
allow
I heard
someone to see
according, I
beyond
was just
life
like,
and death,
according to the law,
or even bring the
according to
dead back to
judgments
life,
of
right?
the Oratrice
Maybe
Mécanique de
Taj is
Nalis
trying to bring
Cardinal.
Mortada back. Though I don't really believe Taj would ever try to do something like that. Do you have any questions?
Paimon's kinda confused. What should we do from here?
Oh, now that I think about it, Sino suspected
According
that
to
the
the
canned knowledge was
judgment of
coming
the
from within
Oratrice
academia,
Mécanique de
right?
Nalis Cardinal,
There's no way
we
so
now
many
turn
boxes
to the
could ever get
Oratrice
through without
Mécanique de
drawing any
Nalis
attention.
Cardinal.
Don't worry, Taj. I
Oh, I
won't
don't
let
remember
your
the outer
reputation be
lines.
tarnished.
Alrighty then.
Excuse me, have you seen any large shipments of goods leaving the academia recently?
No, not that I'm aware of. Perhaps you could ask someone else?
Well, that was helpful.
Excuse me, have you seen any large shipments of goods?
Huh. Well, yes, but isn't that the academia consumes so many resources each day? Everything.
Right, but we're looking for shipments with a...
That I'm not too sure of. I normally wouldn't.
Excuse me, have you seen...
Huh?
I'm just checking to ensure nothing...
Well, I can't say it's unusual. There's a Kashar researcher who's been making frequent shipments recently. When I asked him about it, he said they just contained a bunch of old worn-out machines. The Kashar, but he's been making a lot of shipments lately.
And you didn't find that system?
Well, the boxes were stamped with a Matra seal. Why should I bother? Of course, I did start to wonder about the seal once, thinking that maybe they forged it or... A man named Taj came here and told me that he already inspected
plot
the goods
thickens.
personally. In order...
Possible. There must be some sort of mistake. There's no way No, I won't believe it. Taj is an honorable man. Someone must... Wait. I know another Matra who works
No,
with
play. Taj
I can
is
ask him to let us
doing the research because he wants to bring his son back to life.
As I've already told you, I don't have any way to contact Taj. A few Eremites showed up looking for Taj yesterday, and he met with them in his office. I was standing outside of the door, and I vaguely heard them say, "Found it." Before I realized it, the door opened, and Taj left with the group of them. I noticed that he had also changed into Eremite attire. But Taj didn't come to work today, so I've also...
A group of Eremites?
No way. Taj is just like Sino. They're considered heroes among the Matra. There is no way that he would... Fine.
Hey, don't let it get to you just yet. We'll get to the bottom of this once and for all.
So, this is Taj's place. There doesn't seem to be anyone here.
Well, what should we do then?
No. Wait. Well, anyway, we're still not sure if he's the real culprit. Probably not a good idea to go in without permission. You're right. What's this?
It's a paper full of names written on it. Oh, and a map. Nabil, can you make any sense of this?
Yes. This is definitely Taj's handwriting. These are the transactions between Taj and some other people.
Somebody on Gosu is asking about, like, is your boyfriend playing Poe right now? Because mine is crying face. I'm here like, well, 4 of my friends are. And then the OP was like, but what about you, Lulu? I'm just playing Genshin.
The whole operation involves more than 300 people, including dozens of celebrities. I have a feeling that Sino might be unaware of what he's up against. There's no way anyone could face such a large organization on their...
He
right.
can.
That's
He
just
can
who
do
he
it.
is. As for the map, it appears to indicate the location of the... If Taj really has turned on his honor and committed these terrible acts, And I suspect that he might already be at the Court of Desolation as we speak. I don't want to suspect him, but I also don't know him very well. Maybe Sino will know what to do.
Alright, we'll give these to Sino and see. Let's go! Well, Sino, what do you make of it?
Taj. It's been a while since I last saw him. From what I remember, he is a straight-laced man. Although he would resort to extreme measures from time to time, he would never do anything against his beliefs.
So do you think he's the one behind all this?
I'm still not sure. I cannot imagine how devastating the incident with Mortada was for him. Nor can I, whether it's out of love for his son or for
I'm
other
like, I think
reasons.
there are even more. Like I said,
We have to
4
see for
friends, but
ourselves
I
to
think
judge him.
there's more.
Or rather,
Oh yeah, okay. That friend is also
person he's
playing
become.
it, and that friend is playing it. So at least 6 of my friends are playing Path of Exile.
That's right. It's clear that he had a hand in this case, yet he made no report
I'm
of it.
just here playing Genshin.
There's no doubting that. That's also why I need to see him.
I mean, obviously his reason is that, you know, if the place can bring back dead people and, you know, all of that shit, then obviously he wants to bring back his son.
Time is ticking. Let's go.
Like, it's pretty obvious. I feel like it's easier to go top-down.
I cannot help but feel that you bringing me here is some
Yeah, I know
sort
that
of
it's like a longer
assassination attempt.
wait time from the other waypoint, but I feel like it's easier, you know, because I'm not sure on what level the domain is. So it's easier to go top-down. Ah, I'm so excited to play Sims. Because, like, I feel like a lot of the other packs have been more gameplay packs. And those don't really excite me that much, because I get bored really easily in The Sims. But, you know, the rent pack is more, like, for sure it's also gameplay, but, you know, the whole aspect of actually building apartments and stuff is very, you know, like, it's a big part of it, and it's very exciting in my opinion. So, like, that's what I'm the most excited about, even though I also want to play, like, with the landlord and tenant gameplay and all that stuff, and, you know, do all of the new stuff. I want to collect all of the tassels and marbles and stuff. And most of the aspirations. Yeah, the thing is, in Sims, I feel like I need to have a specific goal to be able to play the game. If I'm just playing, you know, it doesn't really work. So it's good that there are multiple aspirations and stuff. I'm going to go there. I think so. But yeah. If I try to do all of the aspirations and stuff, I feel like at least there's going to be things for me to do so that I don't get bored. But first I want to build a nice apartment building. Dendro, Electro, Hydro. But I'm just gonna play with my team. Nuvi's gonna fuck them all up anyways. Like, I love how Nuvi is my new OP character, because before it was Ganyu. Like, if I needed to get dailies done fast, I would just pick Ganyu. But now it's Nuvi. Hello, Saino.
This is the Court of Desolation. Are there really any treasures buried here? Oh, Paimon's kinda nervous. Could it be dangerous?
Don't worry. You'll be safe with me.
Look! These walls have definitely seen better days. Was there some sort of fight here? Let's keep going and see what we can find.
Oh.
Whoa! Is it just Paimon? Or did that passageway just rotate? It's not gonna start moving again, is it? Either way, we should be careful.
Just...
Yeah.
Oh dear.
A passage! Hopefully that's our way in. That eye seems to be staring right
I don't like this.
This place gives
It's making me feel dizzy.
You go first!
The depths beckon.
Taj.
Ah, Sino. It's been some time since I've seen you last. I trust you are doing well.
His voice is very nice. That's very, very, very nice.
Seeing that you've made it all the way here, you must be on the cusp of wrapping up your investigation, I presume. Even faster than I expected. Is it because you have some new partners now?
That's right. This case is nearly closed. But the most important answer still eludes me. Was it all your doing?
Yes, it was me.
Then explain why.
Because he wants his son back.
That's the difficult part. Let's just say I've changed. I've become a selfish coward who only wants to pursue his own interests.
I find that hard to believe.
Oh, really? Way I see it, every person will end up like me sooner or later. When you're young, you press forward, unattached, living solely for the justice in your heart. But as you begin to age, I was the same. I never questioned my actions until Murtada died. I could feel the justice that I once strived to uphold slowly crumbling in my heart. I was completely dedicated to all that I did, but as I grew older, I found myself feeling alone, miserable. Can you imagine what it feels like to not have the will to live, but not be able to die? Murtada was sent to prison by my own hands. I set myself on this painful path. My son hated me till the day he died, and now I must live with that pain and regret. I failed him as a father. But now I have a chance to make it right. A chance to reunite with him. The Court of Desolation. Here lies the key to overcoming life and death. The power to even bring the dead back to life.
So, did you already find what you needed here?
See this door behind me? Behind it lies the treasures that I seek. I'm so close, Sino. If only you hadn't arrived now, I could already have...
Enough conjecture. What has happened is already part of the past. You cannot bring the dead back to life. In the end, the treasures you seek are nothing but myths and legend.
Since you're so sure, why don't you just let me open the door and see then?
No. I sense danger behind that door.
I beg you, as an old partner, can you let me... Surely you get it by now. Doing your job without mercy will only drive people away from
Don't start guilting the baby.
I'm the prime example.
I don't overthink things. If there is only one way for me to defend my principles...
Seems there's no convincing you. All right then. Let's see if your polearm skills have improved at all. This power is mine. I will set things right.
I was thinking that maybe I should just fight him with Sino, but you know, if he's gonna have those extra shits with him, then you know, I guess I can have my Zhongli. What's weapon? Okay, he has his own weapon. Come on, give me my ult.
As I thought.
Yeah, because there's like these characters are so weak. Like the enemies are so weak.
You feel it, don't you? I'm stronger than you remember. This is only a
Uh-oh.
I won't let you open that door.
I wouldn't be so sure. I'm afraid it won't be easy to stop me now that you're injured.
Injured?
Or are you ready to...
I'll do what I have.
I still remember when we first became partners. You were all... Even after all this time, you still haven't changed.
You haven't changed either. You left that list of names and map in your house on purpose, didn't you? You wanted me to be able to find you here. All of this was just part of the act you were putting on. What happened just now was also part of... I had my suspicions from the beginning, but I couldn't be sure until we fought. If he really had...
Huh?
He never planned on opening the door.
What's happening?
Seems our time is running short. Let me make this quick then. After Murtada died, my spirit was crushed. For a long time, that is when I was approached by someone who wished to collaborate and find the Court of Desolation together. People from every walk of life are involved. They are relentless in their search, pouring countless more.
No wonder banning the research.
I'm a flesh and blood human like anyone else, so I obviously hesitated, and I suddenly came to a realization amidst my suffering. The Court of Desolation, a place that as long as this place exists, people will recklessly seek it out, just as Mortada did, generation after generation, regardless of the cost. Let it be buried beneath the sand forever. Once the Court of Desolation is gone, there will no longer be anyone obsessed with seeking it out. That's right. I acted as if I had abandoned my convictions just so that... But that wasn't enough. I needed someone I could trust to bring the organization to justice. To add to the problem, the organization is so powerful that they even have members working within the academia. If I wished to destroy the organization, I couldn't just count on the academia alone.
So...
Yes. I'm sorry, but now I am anyway. This place is collapsing. You must leave.
Wait! Aren't you leaving?
His fate is already sealed. There is no life left inside him. He planned it all from the very beginning, risking being treated as a traitor to collaborate with them.
Regardless, I made a grave mistake by allowing... I was always so busy with work. Finding this place was his biggest wish. Since I'll be reuniting with him here, I can only hope he won't have anything more to hold against me. I'll leave all those people on the list to you. Sorry.
There's nothing to be sorry for. If you see Mortada...
Aww.
Dad, why are they so strict with me? I'm always the only one who gets in trouble.
Just leave me alone! Don't worry, I won't damage your precious reputation.
Alright, Dad. Let's start over. By the way, I finally found an area of research I wish to pursue.
Ransai Dora.
Even a little leniency. Why?
Because we are Matra.
That sand looks so satisfying.
The Court of Desolation has...
Just as Taj said, that place had caused too many disasters and tragedies. Being buried in quicksand is to them. As long as there's Mora to be made, they will disregard the Academia's rules, whether it's the Court of Desolation or anything else. Their only goal is to make massive profits off of dangerous research. Taj may have set them back with the Court of Desolation. That's an opportunity that I will not let them have.
We'll help too.
Thank you. But you've already done enough. Just leave the rest to me. I will bring them to justice myself. Besides, that's what I'm going to do. Wait for me at Caravan Rebob 4 days from now.
Four days, so we'll do this double. Oh, there's a new comp on Gosu. Okay, but the price isn't that exciting. th December. Yeah, like the eels are cool, but I wouldn't use them. And like there is a snowflake earring, but it's black for some reason. If it was white, I would care about it. Design holiday card. Design the ultimate virtual or physical holiday card that captures both festive spiritual season and the essence of God. Yeah, like I could enter that, but I don't think I want to because Because I'm going to draw a holiday card for the snowman comp, but I don't think I want to enter to this too, because what if I win this one but don't win the other one? I don't know if I should do Alhaitham's quest too, or maybe I should leave it for later. But I don't really know who else quest should I do at the same time then.
We meet again. Thank you so much for all your help.
I feel like 2 or 3 quests is a good length for a stream.
Convicts from the desert
There
are being
really isn't
escorted
that
through
many.
caravan
Or maybe I
Ribat,
should do
so
Tehia's
I'm here to
quest
keep an
then
eye on
too.
things. This should be the last group of them, so I'll be heading back to the academia once they're cleared. The last few days have been quite the ride, but fortunately, I can say with confidence that this case is finally coming to an end. At first, the mercenary groups on the list were putting up quite a fight. After that, people on the list started to put pressure on...
And? Then...
Well, then we received word that Taj Rudkani had sacrificed. The Matra then moved together against the enemy. We cleared out the traitors from within the academia. Some of them managed to get out of the academia, but still failed to
I feel like going to draw after
criminals
this.
were captured by Sino all across Sumeru.
And maybe I'll do like Alhaitham's and Tehia's quests later.
I even heard that someone was about to escape to Fontaine, but was still apprehended just at the border.
Is Sino alright? He didn't get injured.
He seems fine, but he brought over 300 suspects to judgment all on his own.
He's working so hard.
Or even some of our former colleagues. Not just the criminals are afraid of, but even if we start feeling all self-conscious, thinking if we've done anything wrong. By the way, are you guys here to see Sino? He was walking with someone I didn't recognize, and then before I knew it...
Sure thing, Nabil.
Don't worry
Please,
about
can
me.
we go see
If
him?
anything happens, you...
Tainari! Oh my god! I was like thinking like, oh, would it be Tainari? But I was like, nah, for sure they would know Tainari. Oh, it's Tainari!
Justice must feel pretty exhilarating, but I can assure you this is certainly not the best solution.
I'm aware. However, I learned something unexpected during interrogation. Apparently, someone had enticed Mortada Radkani into becoming interested in researching the Court of Desolation. Mortada had lived in his father's shadow all his life. Naturally, he wanted to conduct research that would seem groundbreaking and significant. After Mortada died, the organization tried to use Taj's shame regarding his son to add him to their ranks. Toying with others' minds, treating lives like dirt, and doing anything for their own interests. This makes me angry.
Fine, I understand. This is a type of trap I've been working on which uses plants. Here, take some just in case you need them next time.
I love how they're
If thrown
interacting.
into the mud, the trap will grow rapidly and disperse a pollen that has a paralyzing effect.
Sino! Tainari! Oh, so Tainari must be who Nabil saw earlier. Are you also here?
That's right. Sino asked me to collect some medicinal herbs to treat a girl named Semin. I also dropped by just to check for any injuries. He seems to be fine physically, but he looks a little more lonely than I remember.
Well, maybe you should visit your boyfriend more often, huh?
And Sino, relax. You don't always have to look so serious, you know? Why don't you play more Genius Invocation TCG?
Oh yeah, he is
Akale
obsessed
has
with the
always been a little
TCG.
wary of you, and your stern expression certainly isn't helping.
I'm surprised that we haven't heard a single pun from him yet. I guess because he's in work mode.
How is Kale these
Not in
days?
giggle mode.
She's grown a bit taller, but her grades could use some improvement. She
Look at the
still made
proud
many mistakes on
fathers.
her last test, even after I had marked all the important content in the book for her. After some time, I plan on having her go outside more. It just so happens that I have something she can help me with.
Huh? You mean Kale is leaving Avidia Forest? What happened?
I've asked her to host some ad hoc lectures to teach the dangers of canned knowledge, as well as how to use it safely. Although we've apprehended all the criminals behind the recent smuggling. So, I decided to ask her to work on increasing knowledge and awareness on the—
I will.
If anything else happens, the three of you can find me in the Avidia Forest. Take care.
I've already caught those who were preparing to— Even if some criminals did slip through our fingers, they wouldn't know that you were involved in the case. So you can relax.
But what about you, Sino?
It's still not time for me to rest yet. Those who died have fulfilled their wit. I've been thinking about what Taj said in the Court of Desolation these last few days. I just hope my own change will come slowly, so that I can press on that way. Those who see me as their superior, and those who are following in my— just as I gained courage from my own superiors, and my partner. I'll be fine. I'm also enjoying my chat with you right now, you know? There are many things I feel better about once I start to talk about them. Many people want to go to the desert to offer condolences for Taj. But I didn't share details with anyone. I'd prefer to avoid revealing the location of the Court of Desolation. One day, I'll gather some flowers that grow in arid desert conditions. And then, I was hoping you'd join me in planting them on the remains of the Court of Desolation.
Of course. Can we get a follow-up quest, please? Oh, that was very nice. I liked both of the quests a lot. Next time on King of... Huh? What is this? What is... I don't think this was here before. Next time. It's unlocked after completing all of the following: Arco Quest, Sumeru Commission, King of Invocation, Sinus Door Quest. Well, I guess I can do this too. What about this one? Complete, sorry, mutual investigation. Since when have I had this? When was this added? Approach the Academia. Paimon mentioned the letter. Okay, so it's around the 5th month? I guess I've just never noticed it. Well, I'm gonna at least do this one. Well, like, from the wiki, that quest doesn't seem long. Just a lot of text. Search for the scholar, search for... Okay. Defeat, report back. Yeah, I feel like I'll do that too. Because it seems short. And like, I feel like otherwise I'll just forget about it. Also, these quests aren't voiced. I guess I can put the voices of them. But yeah, they're pretty short quests, so I'll do them while I'm at it. That's the daily quests. Hello, Sino. Maybe I should go play some TCG soon. Too, because I haven't played it in a while. Yeah, maybe I'll go play some TCG. Not on stream, of course, because I fucking suck. No, but like, why am I there? Can I go away? Like, what are you doing there? Like, I want to take a picture of Sino. Not myself. Yeah, that was fast. So, I don't know if I want to do this now. Yeah. I guess I'll call it a day for now. I did what I came here to do, aka Tainaris and Sino's quests, and I enjoyed them a lot. You know, I didn't really have any expectations because I don't remember what the older quests are, but they were really fucking good. Like, I really liked them. So yeah, they brought me a lot of joy, and you know, it was nice seeing my Sumeru boys again. And now, you know, I don't have their quests anymore, so now if I miss them, I just have to deal with missing them. But yeah, that was very fun. So yeah, until next time.